sunny ways, my friends. Sunny ways.
You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of water out of when we have water bottles out of plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles. So that
well, Lottie frickin' God!
You're ready to fight, aren't you? I can feel
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
My great pleasure to introduce my husband, the Prime Minister who will make Canada strong and Canada full.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thank you. It will be an honor to continue to fight for you and to be a champion of your cause as we go forward.
Let's fucking go.
Knocker!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome to Friday Night Fringe here on the channel. Joining me, as always, the beautiful Mrs. Fringe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not as good as you are, but we're here and we're doing the Fridays. It's going to be a great night tonight, folks. I hope you guys had a great week. What a week it's been. Absolutely crazy. Alberta's packing their bags, folks. I don't know if you've heard. Donald Trump's coming in. He's coming in full force. He says, I'm going to recognize Alberta as a state. I don't care what Canada says. I don't care what Mark Carney says. I'll tell him where to stick his elbows. We're taking Alberta. Guys, look at Jan Fire already. You're crazy. Delphine becoming a new member. Thank you. Paul Pinkish Humanoid, my favorite kind. $20 super chat. Your opinion, Fringe, are we going to be used as a whipping boy replacing Trump the Terrible? I don't know what that means. Who's replacing Trump? And how is he terrible? I don't think Trump's terrible.
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean there. I like him. Maybe, you know what? We don't use whips around here. It's lollipops. It's lollipops, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, this chat's already at 500 viewers, and we just started the stream.
Awesome.
It looks to me like you guys got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Pros, more cowbell. Guys, you're crazy. Welcome into the stream, guys. Let's get... he's trolling. Well, that's a hell of a troll with a super chat, but thank you for it. Let's get the good old roll call going on, shall we? We'll let people get in. Let you get in here. Get your feet up. Welcome. It's going to be a wonderful show. We got lots to talk about.
We do.
Let's see if we can get somebody from every province in the country, as well as how many Americans coming in. Oh, my crap. This chat's blowing up, guys. We're going to get started. JS coming in from Winnipeg. Welcome
got
in.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Where's that?
Right above.
Where is it? Right out. Carrie's coming in, member of the Patriots Club. Welcome in from Nashville, Tennessee. Great to have you in. We got Cosser the Mod coming in from Arkansas. Welcome in. Lauren's joining us from Clearwater, BC. We got Mystical coming in from Ohio. Love Ohio. We got Raptor Guy coming in from Scarborough. I think they mean Carney will be using Alberta as the election boogeyman instead of Trump. Oh, well then, yes. Hopefully we can get away from that.
Yes.
Delphine coming in from Fort Mac. David Brewer coming in from, he's coming in from Springfield. Welcome in. No, Mark Carney's in here tonight. Excellent. We got Lynn coming in from Calgary. We've got Whiskey's Fringe the best.
Yeah,
You're the
you
best.
are.
You the best. Thank you for coming in tonight. You guys, oh my God, you guys are awesome. We got Sonia coming in from Medicine Hat. We got Mystical joining us back on the Fringe's roof. Can I have a mango? No. Have you seen the cost of fruit these days?
Oh.
You'll get gruel and you'll like it. Okay? Hang out there on the roof a little longer.
Seems to be that way.
Carol and Gerald are joining me from good old Calgary. We got Mr. Biggs coming in from Edmonton. Nelson Cade's joining us from New Brunswick. Lee's joining us once again from Edmonton. We got Charlie Chimes.
Yep.
Coming in from Quebec. Welcome in. We've got Tote coming in from the Grand Canyon State in Arizona. Welcome in. Great to have you here. NRL's coming in from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. So's NRL. Welcome in. We got Angel coming in from Edmonton. We've got I'm So Done coming in from Manitoba. Oh, so these are goofballs coming in. I don't know if you guys saw Wob Canoe this week calling anybody who wanted his one of his ministers or his assistants, whoever it was in his caucus, fired because they made scathing remarks about Charlie Kirk's death. He said anybody protesting in Manitoba was apparently a goofball.
Wow.
And that if you had a problem with her, you had a problem with him. We should probably be a little more vocal.
We already have a problem with him. Also.
Maybe he can just quit politics and go back to beating his girlfriends. Who knows? Luca's joining us from Burnaby. Lori's joining us
from the upstairs
on the couch.
Hello, Lori.
We got AB plus US equals 51 joining us from Edmonton. We got Whiskey's in from Edmonton. We got Mr. Boxer, first time watching live in Ohio. You never forget your first, folks. Welcome in.
It's been a long time since you've used that.
It is. Not that we haven't had a first-time viewer in a while.
No, he's just been trying to calm it down, so it's not every week.
Truth coming in from Edmonton. Sean's coming in from Stratford. What do we got here? Janet coming in from Belleville, Ontario. Donna joining us from Saskatchewan. Jamie coming in from Montana. We got Skull from Ohio as well. A lot of Ohio's coming in. North Idaho coming in as well.
I love the name Quick Pull My Finger.
Quick Pull My Finger. No, don't. Is that the potato state? Is Idaho the potato state? Am I
Idaho?
See, I'm trying to make it look like I know something about America here. I hope I'm getting it right. We got Brian joining us once again from Wasaga Beach. Watch out for the poop.
Yeah.
Whiskies. Yeah, we got Whiskies. I keep getting Whiskies in here. Heather's joining from Ottawa. We've got Bexy coming from the UK. Wow, that's commitment. J-Pod coming in from Warman, Saskatchewan. By the way, our UK viewers, hope everything's going well with the whole digital ID thing. All best of luck to you guys. Raptor Guy chiming in with a $5 super chat. I can understand Bill Cosby better than I can understand Marky. You put the zippity zap and he's in the boopity boppity. Oh, we got Lawrence, $2.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. Ingrid Stewart with a $2 super chat. Hey there, it's Ingrid and Charlie from Okotoks. I missed my favorite mod, Ingrid. Never.
Never.
You guys are doing a great job. You mods, you do a wonderful job. I know a lot of mods. We know a lot of them.
Ingrid had a big move today, so I hope all of that went well.
Yep.
She almost missed tonight because of it.
I know a lot of mods, but none like Ingrid. She's wonderful, believe me. Ingrid, you'll never be fired. Welcome in. Steve coming in with a $13.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate that. You guys are on fire. Look at this chat's exploding. Guys,
I love it.
Guys, let's do a giveaway tonight, shall we? 1,000 likes. We'll get a giveaway. If the chat's this busy, this early in the stream,
we can do it.
We can hit 1,000. We can hit 1,000. You can do it. Get that. Get those thumbs ups in there, folks. Get that like button going. I'll do a giveaway. You don't even have to be a member of the Patriots Club for this one tonight.
We love giving stuff
Let's just enjoy our Friday, shall we? Pale Pinkish Humanoid, $28 super chat. Let's try this again. All right, let's do it one more time. Are we, Alberta, going to be Mark Carney's replacing Trump the Terrible leftist attitude from now until the next election? I would think so. I think that's what they're going to run. Alberta, what you have to realize is, again, what happens November 17th, the day after Danielle's deadline. The attitude of Alberta is about to radically shift. You know, now with APP going down to the United States, there's going to be a lot of pushback from the feds. They're not very happy about it. I heard Danielle's not very happy about it either. She doesn't like that the APP has a stronger connection to Trump than she does. We're going to talk about
very strong in their voice.
We're going to talk about that all night tonight. I'm so done with the $2 super chat. NDP taking a deal with the Liberals to get bills passed. Of course they are. Of course they are.
NDP will always bow down to the Liberals.
Misty coming in with a $7 super sticker. Thank you so much. God, you guys are so generous. JPod. Is that iPod or JPod? JPod. Becoming a new member of the Patriots Club. Welcome to the stream. Glenn
says
saying
I
you
look
look
great in plaid. I love it because it says fuck it right on there. This is one of the Mike Freedom Honey's, his wife's.
These came from Calendars That Curse.
Yes.
If you guys want to get one, head over to their website, calendarsthatcurse.ca. You can pick them up there. We're going to start running the ads for those calendars now that we can't give them away because of the Canada Post strike. Once mail comes back, we will be giving them out in full, folks. Yes. So don't worry, we're going to offload those. But head over to Calendars That Curse. Grab one of these awesome plaid shirts. They're great. I seen it. Where is it? Somebody, anybody. Alberta's been the whipping boy for decades.
100%.
Absolutely. Please don't waste your chat bashing Danielle.
Absolutely.
We're not bashing. No, but we've never bashed Danielle. No. I don't. If I bashed Danielle, I'd be like, I hate Danielle. Blah blah blah.
We love Danielle.
I know Danielle outside of the videos. I've talked to Danielle many times. I still talk to Danielle many times. And I want to make it very clear before we get into the stream. Anything I've ever said on stream, I always point out to her, look, people are ripping my heads off about this. They're saying, you're being too nasty. You're being mean. She says, this is part of being in politics.
Yeah. Politicians always need to be called out.
She welcomes it, and she says it's necessary in politics. You got to get a feel for how people see the world. And she, as much as we do, want people to wake up. So please, don't take it as bashing. No, we're not bashing
absolutely
anybody.
Not.
That said, you guys come here for one thing only, not to hear about Danielle Smith. You guys come here to talk about the memes, don't you?
Yeah, of course we do.
We're going to talk about memes. We're going to share the memes.
And I sent you so many this week.
All of tonight's memes are from Mrs. Fringe.
May have gone a little overboard this week, but there was just so many good ones I couldn't resist.
I'm so done with the $5 super chat. Net Zero Bank Carney setup is shutting down immediately as there's no interest in climate change around the world. I heard about that. We'll talk about that tonight. Mike Freedom Honey, $2 super chat. I will use the chat to bash Jason Kenney. Like,
yes,
you can make fun of Fat Stalin all you want. I don't really care. Let's go. Stats Canada reports not one baby has been named Justin since November 13th of 2019. I don't know if this is a meme or if that's true.
But either way, that's awesome.
But I'll take it if it's true. Big if true.
Yeah.
What's the next one here? Canada's psychiatric asylum. Of course, everybody's got their elbows up. We know that they're probably in need of surgery. They can't put them down. They're going to be up for a while after APP had their meeting in the U.S. this week. I like this one. Mommy, what's a douchebag look like? Well, have you ever seen Mark Carney? I mean, it's funny. It's funny, but it's true. Ladies and gents. Love that one. This one's not really a joke, but more reality here. If you're thinking fourth dimensionally, government corruption we've seen, corruption we haven't even seen yet. We haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg, folks. It's only going to get worse. I like this one. Welcome to Canada. Don't try to change it. If you don't like it, turn around. I mean, this one's not even a meme either. It's just more reality for everybody, isn't it? Isn't it? Somebody says Tammy says the Justin thing is true. That's crazy.
That is awesome.
That's crazy, but it's still, oh my God, that's still awesome.
It says something.
That's so awesome. I like this one. Don't make me tap the sign. They want you to buy Canadian, but they won't hire Canadians. Elbows up. Isn't that reality? Isn't that where we are? That's where we're totally at right now, isn't it? I like this one. You guys won't be able to see it because it's smaller text. Aliens invade. Earthlings. We've killed your leaders, destroyed your economy, and are here to take over your government. Humans. Oh, thank effing God. Aliens.
What?
Wait, what? What? Wait, you're not going to be upset about that?
No.
What the Liberals and NDP promise, what they actually deliver. There you go. This is one thing Matt and I were talking about in Wednesday's stream. Like, there needs to be laws that state that the government's actually on the hook when they promise things and don't deliver. That's all our elections go into is, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then, oh, can I take a day off, please? Can I just, maybe not today? Isn't that Mark Carney's infamous words? No promises fulfill. There's a good old picture of Bill. The current generation probably doesn't even know that there are two people in this picture. Now, if you know, you know.
I love it.
If you know, you know. I love that one. Hang on, there was one more. As we talk about what's going on tonight, And anybody watching the show in Eastern Canada, don't be offended. It's just a joke.
No.
This should say Quebec. It shouldn't say Eastern Canada.
Yeah.
It should just say Quebec. But you've got Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta over here, and then, everything coming out for Eastern Canada. Should say Quebec. But still funny nonetheless. Now, one meme I have to share tonight.
This one was not from me.
I was called a white supremacist this week.
You've been called that
I
many
triggered
times.
some people. But if I'm going to be called one, I might as well make a funny joke, because I saw this meme and I said, it's a little pushing on the line, but it's still funny nonetheless. I'm a man of very loose humor. So I like this one. My finger when I use cheap toilet paper. Sorry, not sorry. I thought it was funny. I actually laughed when I saw it.
Dying about this.
I had to show it. I literally was sitting before the show started. And Mrs. Fringe says, "You're not going to show that one, are you?" And I said, "Nah, yeah." And then I went, "No." And then I said, "Yeah, no, I have to. It's too funny not to." Speaking of Mark Carney, Donald Trump this week. Hey, let me help you with those elbows, Mark. Let me give you a hand with those elbows. Oh, that's the end of our memes. We had to get through them quickly because there were just so
and
many.
There were so many more I sent you. I flooded you this week.
I got flooded. Mrs. Fringe floods the memes.
And that was just me. I know there's lots of other people who send you memes too. I couldn't imagine how many you actually got.
Off the grid, saying, "Now it's lollipop time. We're gonna tell Mark Carney, go get a lollipop. You'll feel better.
Yeah,
you'll totally feel better." It looks like everybody had a good laugh at that meme, at
Good.
least. So good. It's nice to know I'm not actually a white supremacist.
No, absolutely not.
White supremacist. God, I got more honorable
too.
mentions to get out of the way. You guys are just on fire tonight. Where are we here? Where are we? Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. What do you think of the Liberals trying to pass a bill to remove daylight savings time when there are more pressing issues? Well, it's a distraction like everything else.
It's hiding something else.
It's a filler.
Yeah.
See, when they put these things in the House, it means that they don't have time for other things. There's only so many bills to be pushed through. So it's really just saying, here, sweep our problems under the rug and give them something to talk about. That's what I think about it. I think we need to get on to more pressing issues, as you say. Thank you for the super chat. Jancor, $2 super chat. Hey, gang.
Nighty is on Chardonnay in Hamlet.
Well, there we go.
LFG.
Jancor, welcome to the stream. We got Luca with another $5 super chat. Another missed opportunity for PP. Catch the reporter's question regarding the ostriches. BC. Luca is so good at spoilers in the stream.
Luca.
It's like you can. There's something in the water. He can read my mind. He's Charles Xavier. We're going to talk about it.
Is going on there.
We're going to talk about it. Don't worry, Luca. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Misty coming in with a $7 super chat. Hey, it's my first live. Well, welcome,
Awesome.
Misty. Welcome into the Fringe. I'm from Fort St. John, BC, which is basically Alberta. Please bring us with you. We're oil field too.
There's
Stay
a
gold.
lot. I think it's just going to be like a domino effect. Alberta leaves and everybody else is going to follow.
I've said it a lot of times. Look, Chris says I got to go get my Chardonnay too. Go get it. Go get your Chardonnay. Get your lollipops. You'll feel better. It's Friday. Put your feet up. If you can't afford to drink, ladies and gentlemen, just go dip your glass in a puddle outside. I'm sure there's things in there that'll give you a buzz.
Oh my God. That would be horrible.
Lee gifting 5 unacceptable Fringe
you.
memberships to the Patriots Club. Lee, thank you so much. God, you guys are so generous today. Here's the thing about BC. I've said already, if Alberta leaves, BC will have to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
At least interior BC. You're going to have all the way up to Vancouver. They'll probably bitch and moan, at which point they'll be told, look, there's an island over there full of lefties.
But Saskatchewan is in talks too, like domino effect.
Domino effect. You'll remember when I had Preston Manning on the channel not too long ago, and we talked about this, and this is why he was asking for a Western alliance, because he said, as soon as Alberta goes, you're going to have Saskatchewan, you're going to have parts of Manitoba, which are already talking about it, by the way. And then we're going to shift over into British Columbia because they're going to be hanging off on the end, and they're not going to have a choice. So don't worry about it. It is coming. BC, if you can't get in on just come over to Alberta.
It's beautiful too.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Harry with gifting 5 more unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So generous. Especially after today. Our bank accounts got hacked again. If you guys remember on the show, we talked about how Our phones got hacked.
Yes.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because you guys should keep a very firm eye on your accounts. Thankfully, we turned off e-transfers on our accounts because that's how these guys were getting in before when our phones got compromised. I was told this afternoon somebody tried twice to make $9,000 in e-transfers out of our accounts. Absolutely crazy. Thank God we had them turned off.
Account, like
out of our business
good
account.
luck in the personal account.
How do you report that to the government? Oh, somebody scammed me from India and took $9,000. Like, this is insane. And I asked the guy at the bank today, is this common? Does this happen a lot? Because he says, well, get a new account number, do this, do that.
Change.
But then I said, well, we got to change our payees. We got to change everything. And I just want to make sure if we're going to do that, that it means that we're not going to have to deal with this at least for a while. And he says, well, it does tend to happen a lot. Well, then they need to do something.
So
forget internet hate speech, forget everything else. Put in some laws that stop this shit from happening.
That's not
Can
what
we
people
please?
want to hear, that their bank accounts are not secured.
Yeah, your banks aren't secured, folks, but get a digital ID. That'll make everything better, right?
Wow.
That'll make everything better. Get a business phone that you don't use all the apps on it either. Absolutely, Matt. I agree. Shout out to Matt being in the stream as well. Glad to see him here. Just a reminder, folks, no stream on Wednesday. We have prior engagements, so there will be no Unhinged Fringe on Wednesday. I know, sad, bummer. We'll make it up on some end.
100%.
Somewhere in the back
join
end.
our next Friday stream.
We'll see. Mary from Alberta coming in $2 super chat from Calgary in Texas on holidays. God,
enjoy your holidays.
It is a holiday to be in Texas.
Yes. You'd miss the snow.
Carson, Ringo Grande. You're being targeted by some lefty fans.
100%.
We've been targeted by lefty fans. In fact, we had the police here this week. I'm not going to get into it because I can't.
Nope.
I'm not allowed. But more craziness instilling.
Wonderful.
The whole house was threatened. The whole house was on lockdown. And it's not good. Not good. So for the foreseeable future, ladies and gentlemen, all meet and greets are canceled. All kinds of stuff like that. Once we get a grip on things, once we are certain nobody is at risk or nobody's in any kind of danger, we will start those up again. So my apologies to anybody who was looking forward to another meet and greet.
It was just tough because it was a target on the whole family and not just us.
It wasn't just us. It was the kids. It was everything. So I'm not going to get into the responsibilities of that or where it came from.
Nope, because it doesn't matter.
Because we're not doing that. But scary times.
Yes.
Scary times. We need to talk a little bit. And I know some people are going to be mad, but I want to bring up something here.
Can't please everybody.
First, let's bring up something good, because I don't want people to think I'm being negative. We're not talking about Danielle.
No.
If anybody says it, we're not talking about Danielle.
All the numbers
I'm not
start
talking about
dropping.
Danielle Smith. We're not talking about Danielle. Hold on to your hats. Pierre Poilievre with a knockout tweet today. This was mentioned earlier in the stream. It's official. Great news. Mark Carney's Net Zero Alliance shuts down for good. It was a money-grubbing scheme to enrich global bankers while shutting down oil and gas in Western countries. Too bad he continues to keep it in the ground ideology as prime minister. We must unlock affordable and abundant energy to end poverty and enrich the working class. We're going to see this continue from Mark Carney. Well, anybody who thought that this means that, hey, now we're going to get oil pipelines, we're going to get things in the ground, we're going to start moving forward. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Carson El Gringo Grande, $5 super chat. Hold a meet and greet in Puerto Vallarta. It's safer than Canada now. Anywhere's safer than Canada now.
It'd be an expensive meet and greet.
Thank you so much,
It'd be
Carson.
great to meet Carson, though.
It'd be great to go hang out with Carson. Maybe have a cerveza.
We finally got to meet Reggie.
What?
No, never mind. On Saturday. Never mind. I'm screwing up the name. Reg Porter.
Reg Porter.
Yeah.
We met Reg, but he's in Spruce Grove.
He is, but it would be. I said we finally got to meet him, but it would be great.
It'd be great to meet Carson. Okay, I wasn't following. I thought you meant like long distance viewers or something, because the only long distance viewer, aside from our visitors from Calgary, like Carson or Carnage Carney.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve for coming all the way up, but he brought Megan as well. It was great to see Megan.
Hashtag
Alberta Gamer, $10 super chat. The extreme left actually believe the conservatives are the bad guys from WW2 and that unaliving them is acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem, is that you now have this group of those that think, hey, we don't have to be nice anymore. It's okay. Things are getting out of control.
Yep.
And the problem is there's people out there that think that it's acceptable to do this. Not going down that road. So Pierre put out this tweet today, and I think it's great that he's addressing the issues. What I want to talk to you guys about tonight, and what I wanted to show you, is exactly what I've talked about on other streams. And I'm going to kind of build this up a bit because I don't want people to think that it's a bad thing. This is a good thing. This is a little bit of Fringe teaching you about politics, about how things work. So if you're one who usually gets their news online or, watches it on channels like this, these are the things I try to point out so that you guys can train yourselves to know when you're getting distractions, to know when you're getting BS shoveled in your face. I've been talking for a long time about, and it's been more relevant than ever as question period started, how it's the same questions over and over and over again. No answers. It's almost scripted,
they're not
isn't
actually,
it, folks?
100%. They're not actually talking about anything. I gave all this money. Really?
We're getting scripted dialogue from our leaders. Again, I'm still working to get Michelle Ferrari on the channel. She's been very busy. She wants to come on. We're still working on that, folks. So bear with me on that one. But part of the reason I wanted to bring her on the channel was to ask her questions about this. Why is it that we keep getting the same recycled rhetoric in the House of Commons? We're not getting any answers. We're not getting any solutions. The sad thing is, and what I want to show you here, because I took a lot of guff last Friday, and this isn't a I told you so, but last Friday, we were talking about the ostriches.
Yes.
And we were talking about the backbencher who stood up in the House of Commons, who said, hey, what's going on with the ostriches and the culling of ostriches? Why can't we have something done with what's happening in British Columbia? And Pierre wasn't there. And you'll remember I gave criticism saying, well, Pierre left. He wasn't around. Question period's only an hour. And a lot of people in the chat, and this is the reason I wanted to bring this up, is to show you how the gears are working, folks. This isn't to bash Pierre. It's not to be mean. Again, I'm trying to train you as to what questions we need to start asking and why we have to start taking notice of this. The more we train ourselves to see this stuff, the better and more accountable our leaders are going to have to be if we're pointing this out. So it's not to be mean or nasty, but I said on the last stream, Pierre hasn't said anything about it because his optics aren't telling him it's the time to say it. And I said specifically, if Pierre comes out after the fact, after everything has happened, and says something, it's going to do more damage than good. And if he does, it just shows you that he was waiting until it was safe. A lot of people chimed into the stream and said, well, Jasmine Lane put out a video saying he's actually not allowed to talk about it, that he can't speak out about the ostriches. He can't acknowledge it. There's parliamentary rules. And I mentioned...
And yet everybody else can?
Well, how is a backbencher allowed to say it then? How are others allowed to bring it up if that's the case? What you have to watch, and it's no slight at Jasmine Lane, I don't want to make it feel like I'm picking on her. But the problem, and I've said it in other streams, is that ever since those elections, ever since we were ramping up to our last federal election, we had people saying, well, Pierre's playing 4D chess. He doesn't want to lose his votes in Ontario or in Toronto. He doesn't want to affect anything at the table. Everybody was making excuses. And rightfully so. People were fed up with the way the world works. People are fed up with our current landscape in politics. They want change. They need answers to why their food costs so much, why their rent is so high, why their gas doesn't go down. I understand that aspect of it. But what I've tried to say before is that we have to stop making excuses and we need to start holding them to account.
Yeah.
Just like I said with Pierre, he wasn't going to say anything unless his people told him the optics were in his favor. Well, surprise, surprise, folks, while we're being told by others that Pierre can't come out and say anything, he's not allowed, and people said, this is why he didn't say anything about the trucker convoy. He has. He's been vocal about Tamara and Chris in the last coming weeks, as, by the way, they're headed for their sentencing next week, or this upcoming week, however you want to look at it. Pierre, sure enough, comes out. He's been pressed a couple times about the ostriches.
Yep.
So if he wasn't allowed to say anything, why is he saying it now? I'm not going to say that he said a lot because he didn't.
No, but I mean, he still not making excuses for people. Like,
but listen to the words here, folks. It's not to pick on Pierre. What I'm talking about is training yourselves to hear the words that are being recycled, the words that are being used, because this is starting to feel like a hamster wheel. The Conservatives say one thing, the Liberals do another. They go back and forth. One's better, the other's worse. One screws up, the other points it out. We go to an election, one wins, the other loses, and around we go, folks.
But it's just a bunch of lies that people are actually believing.
The problem with this setup, and this is where I talk about thinking fourth dimensionally with your politics. Whether you like or hate the politician, we can't keep treating them like a sports team. We can't keep saying, I'll cheer for them regardless. I was called a traitor a few weeks ago because I had said, Pierre, Danielle, all these guys, they're not getting my vote by default anymore.
No.
They're going to have to convince me to get out and vote in the first place. They're going to have to convince me they actually care about what's going on, because so far they've dropped the ball, and I've always stayed default. I vote conservative because I'm a conservative. I'm as conservative as it gets. Let's play what Pierre had to say and listen to the words here, folks. Listen to the words, and let's try and put your bias aside. Again, if you think I'm picking on Pierre, listen to what's being said, and let's just analyze for a second. Not pick on, but analyze.
Canadian press. There is an ostrich farm out in BC that's facing a potential cull of its ostriches. Its supporters are looking to see if you support or oppose this. Have you taken any kind of position on this, or are you willing to speak to this matter in the House, as some of your MPs have?
Well, just yesterday I did speak on it, pointing out that this is just another example of total Liberal incompetence. They've mismanaged this from the very beginning, and now they've left Canadians confused, farmers baffled by the total incompetence by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Another disastrous Liberal mishandling of an issue that has left us with the problem we have today.
Hal Duggan from the Canadian Press.
Now,
there is
now that gets brought up, but if you watch the rest of the conference, Pierre, somebody said the chat's frozen. The chat's moving to me. Is the chat frozen? No, the chat's moving. The chat's moving. Here's what we're seeing. Scripted answers. Yeah, chat's fine. Scripted answers. And as Pierre went on, they start to get onto policies. They start to get onto, again, the hamster wheel I'm talking about, where if you watch any one of Pierre's conferences, it's the same as this tweet. We must unlock affordable and abundant energy to end poverty and enrich the working class. Like, it's look at his tweets. And again,
scripted.
I'm not, and the reason I'm saying look at his tweets, folks, is because Pierre doesn't put the majority of these out. He has a person who does this for him. So take a look here. While Mark Carney keeps Liberal bail in place, the same 15 people generated 1335 police files last year. Scrap Liberal bail, lock thugs up, and throw away the key. The next one's the one we just went through. Then with Ned Karuk at family-owned Trucks to Lumber in Stony Creek, whose supply workers materials we need to build more homes. Get government out of the way and let those workers help us build more homes that people can afford. You go to the next one. The only thing that's stopping us is ourselves. Mark Carney needs to get to do one thing and make Canada an energy superpower. Get out of the way. This is where, again, this isn't Pierre. This is Pierre's people that are tweeting on his behalf. This is all recycled garbage that you're being fed, and the same old slogans, the same old nonsense. We have 4 years, folks, and probably not even that. I've heard rumors we might be back at the polls in the spring. We have a very limited window here for these guys to start picking up their socks and saying, we have to show a little bit of humanism to us.
Yeah.
We have to show that we're able to respond to questions and
they
not
sound
worry
like
about
robots.
optics. It's optics. And that's why I'm saying I don't want to sound like I'm picking on people. These are the things I want you to notice. Because a lot of our viewing audience and a lot of the crowd that watches these streams...
Baby Long says, sounds like AI gibberish. 100%
100% it does. But it's what you have to think about is that a lot of the folks who watch this show typically go to rallies. They go to these events that Pierre goes to. You get an opportunity to sometimes get a photo. What we have to start asking him is, hey, you got rid of Jenny Byrne. When are we going to get rid of the slogans? When are we going to see natural, normal Pierre? He's had some wins, and I've called those wins out, and I've been very praising in those wins. Anytime we can make one step forward is a good thing. But if you want government to change, we have to start demanding it.
Yep.
And that's the difference. That's why, and it's not to be mean at who pointed out what I was saying about Danielle earlier, but we're stuck in this mindset, folks. This weird mindset that if we dare question, if we dare move out of our bubble, it's somehow going to tip everything on its head. And we're never going to get ahead. If I was Danielle Smith or Pierre Poilievre, and I knew that a large majority of my audience, my base, were too afraid to ask questions, do you know what I'd be saying in my office right now? I'd be putting my feet up on my desk and lighting a big fat cigar and saying, those people are so stupid. They'll do whatever I tell them to, and I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to change anything. I don't have to fluctuate. I don't have to worry about polls. I don't have to worry about anything. Just show up.
Actions speak louder
Show
than
up
words.
and smile. We can't do this anymore because I don't know about you guys. I'm sick and tired of being on the hamster wheel. Aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's get to some chats here. If Alberta becomes an independent nation, will Trudeau and Carney families be banned from entering that nation? I would sure hope so.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but I'd hope so. Carson gifting 20 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. I'm going to get to some super chats in a minute, folks. I wish the referendum was sooner than 26.
Yeah.
We all do.
I would be ready tomorrow.
Free Alberta, get the vote.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So pipeline to AK, I'm assuming, is that Arkansas?
To boat to Texas.
Boot to Texas pipeline is the answer. Keystone XL.
100%.
So
yes.
Keystone is the answer.
Yep.
Well, Keystone's one of the answers.
Yes. There's many.
And we can talk about that too. We'll talk about that. Let me get to some super chats. Oh, to Alaska.
Okay.
Alaska. Sorry, I'm bad on my abbreviations of states. My bad. Okay, we got that one from. Here's Mike Freedom Honey. $5 super chat. Thanks to everybody who bought honey. Going to a good cause. I'm sold out. Derek has the last of the 2025 stock, and we can't ship it because Canada Post is on a stupid strike.
Okay. We'll get lots of views out of it here.
Alberta Gamer, $2 super chat. Derek, how many different voices can you do? A lot. I can do a lot, and I'm not doing them all here. I'm stocking them up. We're stockpiling.
Yeah.
Harry with a $5 super chat. Have you researched Francis Widdowson yet? No, I haven't. It's been a busy week. Our friend was moving in from out of town. We had, again, the police were here this week. We've been to the police station several times to fill out reports.
Since we moved here, they practically know us.
They've got a folder. They've got a file. But this week in particular, we were at police stations.
Real.
We had to fill out reports. We had to give our testimonies. We had to do follow-ups. We had to have our hard drives scrubbed. Well, not scrubbed, but they had to get information from our computers. A lot of stuff happening. I haven't had a chance. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Raptor guy, might as well have kept Aaron O'Toole.
Yeah.
Aaron O'Fool, as he says. Yes. Nilok, $5 super chat. Hit the like button, folks. The ship's sinking. If you're in Alberta, make sure you go to the APP website and sign your intent to sign for independence.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. If you haven't yet. Where the hell is the cowbell? We had it in earlier. Did you really?
Oh. Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Phoebe says, I'm sorry for your nightmare. It's no problem. It's no problem. This is part of being on the internet. It's part of being a, what do they call it? Public figure.
Yeah.
As they say.
I mean, next year, the nightmare is that we have 4 kids in the house and none of them are in school.
I'll tell you right now, our friend that moved in has this dog that looks like it's a horse.
It's beautiful.
I feel sorry for anybody who comes to my door looking to cause problems. This dog would swallow them with one shot. Like no joke. It's part of the game, folks. It's the way things are. You know, somebody says something online and before you know it, You got idiots doing all kinds of weird stuff. It's the name of the game, and I'm not sweating it. We're just going to move on. I'll let the legal system take care of things. That said,
it's not going to stop us.
I said we'd talk about pipelines, and I know
Yeah.
some of my viewers get mad because of the ADD. I sometimes strafe off. Let's talk about the things with the pipelines and the solutions. Raptor Guy, is Canada even worth saving? Let's talk about that too at the same time. Thank you for the $2 super chat. It's somebody says go to a stream where it's 24/7 cowbell. No, come on, the cowbell's fun. The cowbell's fun. We like the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell.
It's a nice break from the venting and the negativity.
Okay, so super chats are coming in. I'm gonna have to get to them after. Let's go. Reminder, folks, 1,000 likes. We're doing a giveaway tonight to one lucky viewer. Get those thumbs ups in, not in the chat, below the video. Hit the like button. Let's talk about the pipelines, because this is where is Canada worth saving. Canada can't be saved. No. Mark Carney has already bankrupted it. Jeff Rath has said it many times.
It's worth saving, but it can't be saved.
It can't be at this point. It's too far gone, is my belief. This is why on today's video, I was telling people, if you have an opportunity to get out of your province and come to Alberta, I would advise doing that immediately. Now, when we have a referendum on independence, we can't have you voting because you have to be here for 2 years.
Yes, 3.
Is it 3?
3.
I thought it was 2.
Nope, 3.
You have to be here anyways for a limited amount of time before you can vote on that referendum.
Yep, but at least you're here.
At least you're here. This is the last bastion of freedom in this country.
Because who's to say they're not going to close those walls? Close that door.
And I'm going to tell you right now, one of my concerns, or not concerns, one of the things I want to state for anybody who's never been to Alberta, it's absolutely beautiful here.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
I've been across this entire country. I've seen British Columbia. I've seen Manitoba, Ontario, Saskatchewan. And I'm telling you right now, there's something different when you get into cities like Calgary. Forget the crime, forget all the nonsense. When you see the Rocky Mountains in the background and the gorgeous weather, the lakes, the rivers, the trees, the greenery, the wildlife, the fact that you can go about an hour in any direction.
Valleys, like it's just, yeah.
From Calgary, if you go an hour west, you're in the Rocky Mountains. You go an hour south, you're at the U.S. border. Well, roughly an hour or two. You go a couple hours north, you've got West Edmonton Mall, and you've got Prairie Land and Drumheller and dinosaur fossils. And you go east, you've got prairies. Like
Jasper, you've got so many things here.
There's so many reasons that if anything changed in the world, I would fight to stay in Alberta
100%.
Before I went anywhere else. It is absolutely picturesque, gorgeous.
And that's coming from someone who was born in Manitoba.
I was born in Manitoba.
Born and raised Albertan. I will always be Albertan.
I will watch Derek till the thought police come to drag him away.
100%.
That's great. I will broadcast.
And we are not going to stop.
I will be broadcasting until they come to drag me away.
And then I'll start.
I'm not quitting. I ain't going away. But here's where I say that Canada doesn't have saving. And I see the super chats. Guys, hang on. I'll get to them. Please don't get mad.
No.
Don't get raged, folks. We're going to have more cowbell. Here's where Canada can be saved. It can become Alberta. Alberta, as I say, is the last bastion of what I feel is freedom in this country. While a lot of people don't like what Danielle Smith has done, I can tell you right now she's doing a hell of a lot better than any of the other provinces. But we have seen now from the Mark Carney government that they voted down on the emissions cap. They have no intention of working with Alberta. Much like this week, we saw Danielle come out and say, hey, we're doing a pipeline out to the BC coast. And sure enough, just as Mark Carney said, all the provinces have to be on board. First Nations have to be consulted. Then we'll put things through. As soon as Danielle announced, we're putting this through, David Eby says, nah, not happening. First Nations struck it down. They said, no, we don't want it either. So now it's going to be tied up in red tape. One project, one out of hundreds. That's including things like the Keystone XL pipeline. The bonus this week, our saving grace, our Hail Mary, was that 3 amazing men by the names of Jeffrey Rath, Dr. Dennis Modry, and Mitch Sylvester got on a plane, went down to the United States. They sat down with Donald's guys, and they said, listen.
Are you allowed to share that?
We can now. It's all over the news.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know at first you weren't.
At first, we knew since last weekend, and we couldn't say anything because it was juicy as hell. But we couldn't until they got back and they had the chance to. They had the chance to talk about it. But they went down to see Trump's guys, and Trump said, "Listen, I love Alberta. I think it's wonderful. Calgary had a wonderful vigil for Charlie Kirk. So did Edmonton. I heard the Fringe was there. I watch him. He's fabulous." I know he doesn't say that.
No.
But one can dream. One can dream. Whenever I watch the Fringe, I have to get a lollipop. I feel better. I love it. It helps me wind down after a long week if I can't go golfing.
I love it.
But nonetheless, they go down there and they're told, look, if you guys vote yes in a referendum, we will recognize you as a state. So forget Palestine, forget Mark Carney and his virtue signaling. Alberta would be recognized as a state. So it doesn't matter if Danielle says we're not going to go through with it, we're not going to acknowledge it.
There's a backup plan.
There's a backup. There's a backup. God bless the men at APP who are getting all this stuff handled. All of a sudden, guys like Mark Carney realize, well, if we were going to block that from happening, we can't now. We can't. If you had a human, I think if you had a physical human uprising in Alberta, if the referendum wasn't allowed, the U.S. might be inclined to step in.
Yeah.
If they saw a complete uprising and saying, hey, we're not being heard, our votes didn't count, the Liberals screwed us out of our own referendum, there were shenanigans at foot. However you want to set it up, folks, we have the United States behind us, and God bless America for doing that. I love our American viewers. I love America. They're wonderful. America's great again, folks. I've been getting so many messages welcoming us to the United States all week long. However, Jeff Rath made a very good point, and somebody yelled at me today without even watching the video. When are you going to get off the clickbait, Fringe? Nobody's joining the 51st state. And I said, well, I actually made it very clear in that video. Even Jeff Rath says it would take more than 20 years for us to become a state. You'd have to get Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. included in that deal. And it's just not going to happen.
Watch the video. Don't just read the titles.
But we can become the independent nation of Alberta, and we can have an amazing partnership.
You almost did Trump there again.
With the United States. We can have a wonderful partnership.
When he said Alberta, it was totally Trump.
We can have a wonderful partnership. And we can work in conjunction with the United States. So when people say, I always love the argument, you're landlocked. We're already landlocked. There's a gas cap. There's a tanker ban.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do any projects in Alberta. We're as landlocked as it gets.
Yep.
If we become an independent nation, we are not landlocked because immediately Canada needs our oil and gas. Where are they going to get it from? There's no more transfer payments. They need energy.
Yeah.
So now they have to pay for it, and we get to keep the money. The United States would join us in partnership. We could run our oil through pipelines down to the United States. It's not just Keystone, folks. There are many pipelines going to the United States currently that could run our bitumen down south to Texas.
Yep.
We would have no issues getting our products to market.
We've even had, like, Germany wants but we turned all of the offers down.
Well, they said there was no market for it. There was no demand. There was no... Trudeau screwed us out of everything.
Oh, yeah.
And what we've seen this week, in fact, David Eby was blasted. I forget who blasted him on the news, but they said tankers are going from Alaska down to the United States along the BC coast, and there's no oil spills in your water there. No. So why are you denying Canadians?
Yeah.
Why are you saying you need to keep your coast pristine?
Because Bird is not allowed to work.
Because the tanker ban doesn't apply to Americans. And David Eby sits there and goes, and he can't answer the question.
No.
He can't answer it because he has nothing to say. Instead of just saying, you know why that's not happening? Because I'm a corrupt piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm holding a grudge, and
I hate Alberta.
Yeah.
And Mark Carney can't say anything because he doesn't want to come out and say, I was born there, but I hate Alberta too. I hate oil. Let me be clear. I don't like oil. Or maybe a better Mark Carney. Oh, let me be clear.
I was going to say it's sad that you do Carney so well.
I don't like the province of Alberta. They're dirty. Their oil is horrible. Release the hounds.
Much better.
You're never going to win in this country. This is no longer about politics, folks. No. It's about globalism.
Yep.
These leaders have managed decline scattered all over the world, everywhere except America. America and Donald Trump are the last bastion of freedom in this planet. Alberta's hanging on by a thread as the last province of freedom,
Yeah.
or at least as close to freedom as we can
You
get.
get a corrupt politician in Alberta like Menchie, we're done for. We're just like the rest of Canada.
I'm assuming this is Ed Game Inc. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. It's too bad you never had Charlie Kirk on your show. It would have been fantastic. It would have been great if you got Donald Trump and Pierre together on your show. It would be great if I could. It'd be great if I had a toilet made out of gold, but I can't do any of those things.
I mean, that would be an amazing show.
Listen, Donald Trump. It's confirmed when we met Sarah Palin.
Oh, he knows who you
Governor
are.
Palin. We gave her a copy of How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom, and she laughed and said, "I've seen this before." And I said, "Oh." Because she was just visiting. And I said, well, you're not Canadian, so where have you seen it? She says, I saw it at Mar-a-Lago. And I said, what? And she says, in Donald's office. And I almost dropped. Mrs. Fringe's jaw hit the floor. And I was very grateful she said it, because I made a joke and called her Tina Fey. I think she was offended.
Oh, no, she loved it.
But Sarah Palin confirmed she'd actually seen the book at Mar-a-Lago. So I know Donald's got my book, ladies and gentlemen, and he loves it. He loves my books.
He just needs to come on the show.
If I could ever find a way to get a hold of Donald and get him on the show, boy, would I love that. As far as Charlie Kirk, again, I spoke to him once very briefly in an email chain via David Rubin and his guys, back when, again, my books were going viral. And I really wished I could have spoke with Charlie as well. He seemed like a really nice man. Somebody said that. Those who know. Those who know, Matt. Those who know. No, I'm not going to call her that. Look, what has to happen in this country? Keith Wilson says it all the time. He gets caught up in it all the time. And people know when, like, they almost take bets as to how quickly he's going to say it. What we need in this world is independence, Alberta independence. It has to happen. So all the naysayers, like, I even had a conservative yell at me today and say, why don't you, as a conservative, why don't you pack up and move to the States? Because I want independence for those who want some form of freedom.
If there is a chance to save Canada, 100% I'm in.
What I don't understand about the world right now is that you have this, what is it, Free Canada, whatever the hell it's called, that Tommy the Commie's doing in Alberta to try and get his referendum that doesn't even have a constitutional question on it. He can't even, I've heard rumors he can't even get 100,000 signatures on there, which tells you a lot about the landscape of Alberta politics right now and independence.
Yep.
But what's funny about it, folks, is that anytime I run into these folks, anytime I run into anybody, I'm always happy to have dialogue. I'm always happy to talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
And hear what they have to say. And we've asked, why is it that you think Canada should, or Alberta should remain in Canada? And they don't have a suitable answer.
There's no benefit to staying.
Regardless of what happens, even if you just look at the economics, and let's pretend we're landlocked. Let's pretend our oil and gas can't leave the province. We're stuck, right? Let's say worst case scenario, as those people try to often paint us in. We're not paying taxes to the federal government anymore. We're collecting our own taxes. We have our own police force. We're in charge of the laws in our own country. We don't have to have the open doors for immigration, for people to come in and flood the province or the new state of Alberta.
No more transfer payments.
There's no more transfer payments going on. All those billions of dollars alone. Think about that. $40 or $50 billion a year that even if we were landlocked,
in this province,
stays in the province. Because again, folks, the one key factor, the one element people aren't considering here that super lawyer Keith Wilson pointed out on Glenn Beck. Go watch this morning's video if you missed it.
Yep.
Or this afternoon's video. Keith Wilson pointed out you have the third largest oil reserve in the world sitting right on top of Montana, as well as liquid natural gas. Canada still needs those to survive.
Yeah.
So whether we're landlocked or not, people aren't considering, hey, Canada still needs oil and gas. Canada still needs...
There isn't an alternative right
now. That
now.
industry. It's their main driver of GDP. Pierre Poilievre, and the reason I was showing earlier and saying, look fourth dimensionally at what he's saying, that dude should be shitting his pants right now, because if Alberta leaves, he loses 3/4 of his party.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute. All those conservative seats that are guaranteed in Alberta, gone. So he shouldn't be bad-mouthing anymore, saying, I understand the frustrations of Albertans. No, you don't.
No.
No, you do not. And I've said it to Pierre's people. I've said that is the worst statement you could make. And they said, well, he's showing that he sympathizes. I said, he's only been a politician. He's always had a good paying job. He's never had to decide, do I pay a bill or do I put food in the fridge? Or do I get gas for my car?
Do I heat my house or do my kids eat this week?
Yeah, he's never had to make that decision. So for him to say, I understand the frustrations, you have never suffered a day in your life. And I'm happy for him.
Yes.
I'm happy for all of his success.
But you
and that
don't
he's
know
been
what it's
successful.
like to be a real Albertan that struggles.
That works hard to get ripped off, to get bent over and give 40% of their pay to the government, while places like Quebec stand up like this week, where Blanchette said we would go on the world stage and we would say Alberta is destroying the planet. Oh, so we're destroying the planet now, but you sure like that $17 billion we give you every year.
Have you seen the difference between an oil and gas plant and a lithium plant?
Yeah.
Tell me which one of those is actually destroying the planet.
Absolutely. Guys, I got to get to these super chats. I've left you hanging too long. Snow becoming a member for 4 months. Okay, on behalf of the Fringe community, we need to meet the dog. You don't want to meet this dog.
He is beautiful.
I'm getting him fitted for a saddle this week.
I'm sure Steve would try riding him. Would be good.
This thing's a horse. Harry becoming a member for 8 months. Thank you so much. I'm signed up as a signature collector for the APP petition in East Village in Calgary.
Awesome.
So happy to hear that. Thank you. I got something to show you from Calgary in a minute, folks. Carnage Carney, $5 super chat. Alberta is here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. We're all out of bubblegum. Love it. Love it. If you know the reference from They Live. Mike St. John, $2 super chat. We all prefer your dubstep cowbell. I know.
I do like that one too.
It got slapped down last week because of the music I used.
Yeah.
I can't use it today. I'm sorry.
Sadly.
Excuse me. We'll try and get it.
Pull out the cowbell and do it yourself.
We'll try and get it reconfigured so that we don't get slapped with a copyright on that one. Marcus, $5 super chat. Americans are rooting for your freedom and happiness, praying for you all to be free and independence. We love you in America. We love America.
We love America too.
Americans are the only sane group of people I feel left in the world.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, the UK has some pretty smart people too, because they had 2 million plus signing against digital ID, pushing back and fighting that off. So not all is lost. Raptor guy, $5 super chat, and now Michael Arena Nation is moving to the US in a few months. I heard he got his channel back. Good for him.
Kind of running out, hey.
Everybody's leaving while they can. Nilok, $5 super chat. We need more volunteers at the APP. We need more young people to get involved and help spread awareness. Fundraisers, if you can please sign up. So head over to APP's website and do that, folks. Nilok works very close with them. He does a great job. Wonderful guy, I got to say. Raptor guy, $5 super chat. I want to move to Alberta so that I can join the separation movement and leave the rest of Canada stuck without a paddle.
Yes.
And that's the one thing I keep telling people is that I understand that some people just say, look, I can't do it. I just can't make it happen.
I get it.
You have time. If you can figure out a way to say, okay, you know what? There's nothing left for us here. Let all the woke idiots suffer. Stay in the East.
They voted for that suffering.
Yep. Let them continue to vote themselves into oblivion. Pack your bags. Come out here. The West is the best. We'll look after you. Absolutely. Marcus, the $5 super chat. If you had the Donald on your show while asking him questions as the Donald, he'd be LMAO and you'd be the best friends in New York in a minute.
I bet.
In a New York minute. I've told Tiffany I want to get on the phone and be like, Donald, listen, I love you. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. You need to go get a lollipop. You need to feel better. You need to talk a little bit better about what's happening in Canada. Okay. You need to come and take Alberta away from stupid Mark Carney. You got to rip it out of his hands and tell him where to stick his elbow. Bring ice, bring Doge, bring it all. We will forget your big golden dome. We'll have a big, beautiful wall with a door. And you can bring ice and you can bring Doge and come through that door legally. Okay?
I love it.
And then all the common sense Canadians will march with you into Alberta and build new homes and live peacefully. We'll kick out the poop jeets. They'll all go. They'll all get out of the country. Do you know there's actually people on YouTube defending that stuff?
Oh.
You had Rachel Gilmore sipping wine and people saying, "Oh, just keep bringing them here. Oh, there's a generation of people that are dying off, and we need to fill jobs and all that." Our youth can't get jobs.
Yeah, I can't get jobs. There is so many people that are looking for work and they can't.
I understand the debacle with, you know, the baby boomer generation, that they're, you know, in the retirement age, the golden age, that, you know, that generation that populated a lot of the country that are dying off, that are retiring. Those jobs are opening up, but they're being outsourced. They're not even being kept here. Like, you got to understand that you bring in migrants when the jobs can't be filled by regular hardworking Canadians.
But you see that thing I sent you from Facebook? It was a Calgary members thing.
We had a video on that this morning.
Yeah, and this guy actually put his resume out with an Indian name on it and got a call back. But when it was his name, he couldn't.
He couldn't.
And I've been questioning that forever, for months, saying, I should just do it.
Well, so for anybody who doesn't understand that, and they say, well, why are all these DEI hires getting jobs? Why are all these people coming from India?
Government subsidies.
They're not even skilled workers. They were sewing
getting
soccer
GOs.
balls 6 months ago. The reason they're allowed to come here and get jobs is because employers get a huge subsidy from the government.
But it's not even just that. I mean, they're hiring their cousins. They're bringing their family
Well, once they
members
get in, yes. You guys all
right?
saw what happened in Tim Hortons. You marry my brother, you need somebody to be married to
So
him
it's
to
not
stay.
even just about the subsidies.
I give you $20,000 of your tax money back.
They can take away the government funding, but they're still going to hire their cousins. It brings their family in.
What people have to realize, and this is why I said, look fourth dimensionally at what these politicians are saying. Well, we need to stop bringing in the migrants. We need to start capping on what's coming into the country. We got to axe the tax and stop the crime and do all these other things. What you have to start saying is hey, I've heard this speech before.
Yes.
You guys are giving subsidies to these frickin' businesses.
What aren't they saying? What are they hiding?
I haven't
these
heard
words?
a single politician say that there's 10 million people too many in this country and that they got to get out of here.
Pierre said it a million times, but have we heard him say it since?
He hasn't said anything about the 10 million that got to go. He hasn't said a word about that. He says we have to stop immigration, meaning those who are here stay. That can't happen.
No.
That can't happen. They got to go. Stay out of my hotels. Stay out of my country. Don't bring villagers here that have no intentions of working, that want to mooch off of the welfare system, that are just here to get a free ride, shit in our rivers, steal our fish,
here and
dump garbage everywhere.
You want to come to this country and benefit Canada? By all means. It's the ones that are coming here and taking advantage of us and living off of our government. I mean, they wouldn't be here if the government wasn't feeding them.
The biggest question I've asked is why can't the government, why can't Pierre attack Mark Carney and say repeal the DEI hire benefits that you give to companies?
But they
Repeal
said
that.
they're going to take that away.
Repeal it so that companies aren't getting that bonus anymore for hiring those employees. And watch, they'll all be fired. They'll all be out of here.
I don't think
Not out of the
so.
country, but they'll be out of the offices.
Because now the managers and now the owners are from that country.
One of the questions I have, and when it comes to Danielle and everybody else, because this is a provincial thing, why are no politicians talking about these trucks that keep flipping on the roads, that keep causing accidents?
Yeah.
Why aren't we looking into their licenses? Why are we
doing
authorizing?
What the states are doing. They are putting a stop to it.
Because then you're a racist. Snow, you need to meet Donald, and I'll super chat you into submission.
Awesome.
I'd love to meet the Donald. It'd be wonderful. I'd love a conversation with him.
It would go so well.
Odinfire, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Disabled veteran in New Brunswick. Thank you for your service. Here in Pension for Life. Voted conservative, but family is here. Very afraid what will happen if this crap hits the fan.
Yeah.
I feel no one is thinking about the veterans who will lose everything. The veterans have already lost everything, and that's my biggest gripe.
Our money should be going to the veterans and not the immigrants.
Veterans and senior citizens should be the first ones
100%
looked after. They've done their time. Veterans have given more than just their service. They've given their bodies, their lives, their sanity to this country. Do you know how many veterans suffer from PTSD in this country? And our government says, how about MAID instead? Like, give me
No.
a frickin' break.
Take care of our own before we take care of the others.
And you
Like,
just had Pierre this week standing in a conference. Again, I praised him for it. I think it's great. But he says we have to stop the immigration. We have to stop the influx on our hotels. And we got to start looking after those who need to be looked after. Mention our veterans, please.
We
Please,
would be
for the
where
love
we
of
are
God.
if it wasn't for them.
Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. When Alberta separates, just give the rest of Canada and Nelson Muntz. Ha ha. Oh, that was terrible.
Horrible.
Bradley, $2 super chat. Can't wait till we separate. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Bradley, $2 super chat. How many signatures does Tom Dum Dum have? We don't know.
Not even close.
I've heard. So he was in. People were saying he was in retirement homes this week, lying to senior citizens, saying, "Oh, this is just a petition saying you don't want to join America."
Wow.
He's not saying this is my dumb Canada Forever petition that says, "Do you want Canada or Alberta to remain in Canada?"
Oh, you can't do that.
He's lying to them and saying this is a question to ask if you want to stay in America, if you want to join America.
How is that legal?
It's not, but this is dirty pool. And I've been told they're doing this because they don't even have 100,000 signatures. They can't get them.
Desperation is not going to get you there.
Somebody says 200,000. No, they don't.
I don't think
they don't have 200,000. They don't have 200,000. Things are changing quick in this country. I said we were going to talk about Calgary. I'm going to show you how things are changing. People are getting fed up.
Yeah.
People are getting fed up. And you can see it in Alberta. Where is it? There's our meme from
that
earlier. Leviathan tweeting out. This happened in Calgary today. After Terry sympathizers shut down the intersection in front of Calgary City Hall, one man has enough and gets into it with the Palestinian First Loyalists by trying to physically remove them. It's now in Canada. No more tolerance. You can see over in like Toronto and things like that, where they're busy huffing each other's farts, how much they love the Palestine crew. Calgary's not putting up with it. They're not allowing it. They're done with it.
Yeah.
They don't want it. Take a look at this. We got to mute that because of the audio. But look, this dude gets right out of his car. Some guy who looks like he's had his healthy dose of soy for the morning. A human Q-tip getting shoved around and told, hey, get out of the streets. These guys with their kifas and everything. Oh, we're all Palestine. Get him out of here.
No.
Get him out of here. Get him out. Look, he's had enough. He's had enough. And here's what happens at the end of it, folks. He flips the bird. Yes, Calgary police saw it. Everyone has evidence, but they did nothing per usual. They only show their power when it's children or pregnant women. So you see how the lefties weaponize everything. Everything. Say, oh, how dare they? How dare they stand up to the Palestinians? You've stolen my dreams. How dare you? How dare you?
That is one of your little meme things.
You've stolen my dreams. How dare you?
Wasn't she kicked out of
She claimed she got abducted.
No, I heard she was kicked out of a protest.
I don't know. She's been kicked out of a lot of things, but she claimed that she got abducted and then it was found out to be false.
How dare you?
How dare you? Snow, the $5 super chat. On a serious note, is it bad? I'm starting to ignore more federal news and focusing more just on getting Alberta
100%.
The F out.
Yeah.
But that's where we're talking about. So there's fatigue in this country. I'm definitely seeing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like YouTube is a hard game now because I'm trying to find interesting things to talk about on the channel, because anytime I put up a video about Mark Carney, nobody cares.
Yep.
Nobody cares. And YouTube stuffs it down.
Oh, they do.
And when we bring out videos
real quickly.
If I bring out a video about Alberta, oh, you got me with the clickbait, Fringe.
I don't think you've ever done clickbait.
I have. I've sensationalized, but it's because of other channels. You have to sometimes.
I get it, but
it's
still.
Some people, the people who yell about clickbait, they don't understand how YouTube
but
works.
At least you're talking about what's in the title.
I do talk about what's in the titles to some extent. I sensationalize, but folks, I'll try to sensationalize less. I know some people get upset with it. You got to understand, I need the videos to trigger. So I'll tell you what. You watch videos right when they drop, I'll sensationalize less. Because that's what we need. We need that boost.
He's always watching it.
So that YouTube goes up. But I'll sensationalize less. It's the problem is, and I've tried to explain it before for people who don't know how YouTube works, there are large channels out there that sensationalize their titles a lot. Some of them put titles in there that have nothing to do with the video they're talking about. But the problem is those videos take off because they have large viewer bases.
Because people want to see if it's true. And it's like, nah, it's not true.
And then YouTube says, okay, so for other political videos that are talking about these issues,
be like this.
These are the words that have to be in or around it, like nuclear or World War III or any of that stuff, or else it doesn't run in the algorithm. So I try to work with it as best as I can, folks. I'm not making excuses here, just explaining it so you understand. I will do my best to sensationalize as least as possible.
Truth. That's all we want.
We will give you that. I will come back with that because I do understand people's frustration with that, believe it or not. Master Snatch, I think what Fringe is trying to say is, unfortunately, it's a necessary evil of YouTube.
Yes.
It is. It is. I don't care if you spice up titles, just keep them coming. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that statement. God, especially after this week, the people, I'm coming for you, Fringe.
Aren't they all? It's fine. It just means you're doing something right.
Why aren't you on Rumble? Because Rumble sucks. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, this is the only income right now.
There's no discoverability. Yeah. I'm not dividing my audience off of YouTube. Like it or not, the majority of people watch YouTube, and YouTube pays the bills. And for anybody who he's all about money, unfortunately, Mrs. Fringe can't find a job.
We like feeding our kids. We like having a roof over our head. It's starting to get cold.
My kids like the idea of not starving to death. And honestly, because our last name isn't Singh, Mrs. Fringe can't find a job. So this is my only income right now. So I kind of have to pay the bills. So we stick on YouTube.
Have you shown $10 butter yet?
We haven't shown the $10 butter yet. I'm going to show it at some point. Nilok with a $5 super chat. According to AI and Global News, Tommy the Commie has 230,000 signatures. Seems fishy. I think he weaponized NDP unions. Thank you for the super chat, Nilok. It doesn't matter how many he has, because first off, his question isn't constitutional. Second of all, they have to verify all of those signatures.
So he could have 230, and in real life,
he could have 500,000. But if they come from Admar Singh, who just moved here last, I'm on my God, I live in my brother's basement.
Or, if half of them are from cemeteries.
They're going to have to verify each and every vote.
Well, they signed right before they
as an Alberta voter, and that they've been here for 3 years.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Going through obituaries.
He's not getting it. He's not getting the vote. Jancor saying 477 butter. Butter food basics in Ottawa. It's $10 in one part of Alberta. One of our viewers sent me a photo.
Yeah.
$10 butter in Alberta. The $10 butter revolution is coming, folks.
So close.
I got other honorable mentions I got to get to. I think I saw them come in. Nope. Okay, I thought I missed one. Thank God for that. Mrs. Fringe, go to Timmy's and get married. No, she is married.
I am married. Oh.
So you can get a job. I get it. But no.
I mean, only if they're offering, what was it, $20,000?
I'd rather rip my bits off and throw them in the river. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Magician, $2 super chat. Sharp or Farkas? Sonia Sharp. Farkas is a commie. Don't vote for Farkas. Don't even dare. He sides with Naheed Nen shit. He's terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. That guy's going to flip faster than frickin' flip-floppies.
We don't need anything close to Nenshi, because
Sonia Sharp has my endorsement for mayor. The police backed Sonia Sharp. That should tell you something. Mike St. John, $5 super chat. If Alberta goes independent, what would the national anthem be for Alberta sport teams? No, O Canada, obviously. We'd get a new national anthem. It would be about the Fringe. And it would be glorious. It would be glorious. It would just be, it would be
You're so vain.
The flag would have me, Jeff Rath, and maybe Modry and Sylvester. I don't know. Rath and I, maybe Keith Wilson up there too. We'll make like a Alberta Mount Rushmore. And we would have this glorious flag with the Fringe logo that says Alberta, baby. Berta. It would just be Berta. We'd stay Berta.
No.
Carson, $5. Can I sponsor a giveaway at 750 thumbs? I guess. Does that mean we're not near 1,000?
Probably. We're
that
not even
mean,
gonna. Where's Derek? Saying you're never gonna make it.
Talk about the 17th of what, October?
What happens on the 17th?
Well, I think he's talking about November.
What happens on the 17th of November?
We are 70 likes
away, I'm guessing.
Oh, 700 likes, maybe that's supposed to say.
680. We're at 680.
Oh, Fringe, can you see? Yeah. The pledge allegiance to the Fringe, the United States of Alberta. Carnage becoming a member for 13 months. Best clickbait green mankini. Thank you so much.
I was in the old house because we had a hot tub. I was trying to convince you to do hot tub streams.
Yeah. There's Derek. There's my cheerleader. There he is. There he is. I love him. He comes out all the time. Thousands of stretch.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
It shouldn't be. Somebody's saying to talk about the 17th of November. We will talk about it because it's part of Alberta independence.
Yeah.
I mentioned it in today's video. We'll mention it again just for shits and giggles before we get into question period. Danielle at first said 6 months. And a lot of people have already said that they've made up their mind. They've decided where they stand with Danielle. That's fine. When she said 6 months, you could argue a lot of semantics with that, couldn't you? Like, realistically, you could say, well, 6 months from when they went to Parliament, 6 months from June 1st, or 6 months from whatever. You could.
I took it as 6 months from that day.
Okay, a lot of people did, which meant October 1st. Now, Danielle went back. She said, look, Parliament just came in session. Mark's been off flip-flopping and vacationing all summer.
Came back in session and he still wasn't working.
I'll give it till November 16. That's a best before date, folks. That there isn't like a guesstimate. It's not in a couple months or in a couple of weeks or whatever. It's a date. We have a line in the sand. So what I said was, am I happy about that? It's another 6 weeks. Absolutely not. I'm not happy with that. But she shot herself in the foot by giving a date. And what I mean by shot herself in the foot is one of two things is going to happen here, folks. We're either witnessing the end of Danielle Smith's career, or she's going to turn the playing field to make adjustments for Alberta independence, and by some means, up to as legal as it can for her, back it. What I mean by that...
She could start it now if she wanted to.
She could if she wanted to, and she should. As soon as they voted down the emissions cap, rightfully so, she should have. Yep. I fully agree with that. Asriel becoming a member for 2 months. Guess what? I got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
How? So here's what we're getting to, guys. As of November 17th, if Danielle were to, let's hypotheticals here, because I sure hope this isn't what happens, but if Danielle wakes up November 17th, has her coffee, she gets up to the camera, she gets all ready to go and lights camera action and says, I've been trying to work with Mark Carney for months. He's showing some good points, and I think I'm just going to be patient and extend things a little bit longer. Boom, her career is over.
Yeah, she's lost.
Her career is over. And I can assure you on this channel, I will actually come out and put out a video and say, Danielle, I'm gone. I'm out. Whoever's backing independence, I now stand with. No mas. That's it. Keep in mind, Danielle has the AGM coming up right after that date.
Yeah.
It's falling in line with Alberta or APP's petition question in the courts. So Danielle is on bided time. She either sides with those who are frustrated in Alberta, 75% of her base, by the way, who support independence, or she sticks with Team Canada and loses her job. There's no halfway mark. There's no, let's 4D chess it or whatever. She's doing her best. There's none of that come November 17th. You put a date on it. Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
That's what that day is, folks. And I would encourage any Albertan who votes for her on a regular basis or has supported her in the past, do the same thing. If you flip-flop on November 17, Danielle, we're all done. We quit. No more cheerleading. No more backing you. I'll be patient.
No, because Alberta is done.
I'll be patient for those 6 weeks. But if you screw me, Danielle, no mas. Persona non grata. You're cut off. Let me see here. We got that one. Battalion, $2 super chat. Alberta's new anthem, the rodeo song, Stampeders. That's funny. Nilok, $10 super chat. We have the Free Alberta rally hosted by APP at the Legislature Building in Edmonton on October 25th. Thousands are expected to come from all over Alberta. Please come out and support. There you go. Mark it on your calendars, folks, if you're in and around the Edmonton area, October 25th. Thousands are expected to be there. I'll do what I can to be there as
100%.
well. Get out there and support it. Get out there and support what's going on. Kenzie with a $2 super chat. Smith threw down the gauntlet by backing Northern Gateway. To an extent, let's see what happens. Again, 6 weeks. I'm not taking, we got a pipeline or we got like a singular deal or we've got this one thing in the works. It's either Mark Carney got rid of the things we've asked him to get rid of, or he's going to get rid of the tanker ban, or he's getting rid of this, or it's independence. It's independence or bust. Like, what you have to understand is there's no deal that can be offered to Albertans at this point that is greater than independence.
No.
I'm talking economics, the money aspect. There's no greater deal. And I know Pierre got really mad at me in the summer when I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing to him. I said, please tell me a better deal than what's being offered to Albertans by getting rid of federal income tax, transfer payments, and possibly income tax altogether.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can offer us that's greater than that.
Imagine actually getting your paycheck.
That'd be nice.
It would be amazing.
Becky, becoming a new member of the Patriots Club, thank you so much. Pseudonym, $5 super chat. New national anthem equals all hell for a basement by Big Sugar. They'll have their hands full with anthem options. Carnage, $5 super chat. She wouldn't give a date if she didn't have a plan. I agree with it. I'm hopeful for that.
Yes.
I'm hoping the same thing as you're saying, Carnage Carney. You know what? I'll say the same thing the guy that said the same thing that we're talking about to her at that Alberta Next panel. I'd really like her to stick around.
Yes.
I would. So I hope she doesn't let us down. I hope you're right. Fingers crossed. Azrael, $10 super chat. I had to lighten things up. Much love from the States. I hope Alberta does what's best for Alberta. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys have been so generous tonight. It's optimistic. Yeah. Let's be optimistic.
Yep.
Look, again, I have a bias because I've spoken to Danielle personally. I talk to her outside of YouTube from time to time. It's not like, I call her up, yo, Danielle, what's going on? We talk sometimes. We've crossed paths. And I like her as a person. I like her off the job. She's very nice, very pleasant. But, you could definitely have a beer with her. I'll tell you that. But I just want her to do what's best for us. And she's always wanted to up until how I felt was recent. So we'll see what happens, folks. Derek saying she's a smart lady. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree she is. No name here. 2 pounds. Got room for Brits in the Alberta Republic. Pack your bags and come on over. Come on over. If you don't want that, digital ID.
We don't want it here.
We don't want it either. Did you guys see? Speaking of the digital ID, did you see what Starmer said? We'll catch on that. Snow with $5 super chat. If we can get 10K likes, I'll buy Derek a green mankini. Hit the like button. There, we're never gonna hit that. So
if we had that many likes, I'll make him wear it.
Yeah, I'd wear it if we got 10K likes in a single stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
From here on, not you don't go back to that Charlie Kirk stream and say, you got more than that. Alberta Gamer, $5 super chat. Alberta could be the first nation with a country song as a national anthem.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome. Yeah, see, he already has one. No, I do not.
No, I could vote for that.
Let's take a look at Starmer here. Starmer came out because this is one of the things I've told everybody about digital ID in Canada. They made it about the language laws, the hate speech, And then they say now it's all about immigration. We're doing it because, oh, you guys don't want to have the immigrants here. We don't have any real ID to confirm people's citizenship, like, passports, driver's licenses, social security numbers. We don't have any of that. So Starmer comes out and says, hey, you want to talk about immigrants? Where is it? Why isn't it not popping up? There we go.
What are you doing?
I'm adding it to the stage. Why isn't it? Hang on, let me stop this. Hold
doing
on.
it live.
We're doing it live. Why? Why is my screen doing this? There we go. There we go.
That was fun.
Technical difficulties. I won't maximize it, but just listen to the audio here of Starmer yelling out about migration here.
If you say they should now be deported, then mark my words, we will fight you with everything we have, because you are the enemy of national renewal.
You guys hear that? If you say they should now be deported, then mark my words, we will fight you with everything we have, because you are the enemy of national renewal.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't that horrible? Like, and you've got people saying, well, we need migrants, we need this, we need that. The government is weaponizing anybody who says anything nasty about immigrants, about the government, about any, like, they're no longer just talking about being corrupt, they're flaunting it in our faces. Flaunting it. How did we get here? How did we get here?
I'll start 5 years ago.
They need to get to the polls. Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. Nilok, $5 super chat. The FNMLA and her caucus was pushing that First Nations treaties veto thing in her next panel. I think she has to fight ideologues inside her own house. I agree with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems in our politics. This is why a lot of people who get mad, and well, Derek's just full-on Alberta separatist. Yeah, because there's no other answer.
If you could get away from your government, wouldn't you?
There's no other answer. Like, it's the last thing I'm clinging to because it's all we have for our kids, our future.
Yes, there isn't a con about it.
It's just so sad that we're here. So sad.
It looks like we got over 750 likes. We're at 754.
754. Well, thankful Carnage Carney.
So we'll do a giveaway.
Carson.
Oh.
El Gringo Grande came in with a giveaway. Sorry, my brain's fried. It's Friday.
That's okay. On Wednesday, I said, welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. They're like, it's Wednesday. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain's just kind of downgrading because all the teachers are going on strike next week.
Oh, I am so dreading having to entertain 4 kids.
Yep. It's going to be fun. And what's funny about it is that whole strike is political now. It's not about money.
No.
They turned down $114,000 a year for top tier teachers. Give me a break.
It's about the class size.
Homeschool.
The class sizes have always been big.
First off, I love when people say that. If you knew my 3 kids and said, oh yeah, just homeschool them all day long, you'd go insane.
I tried it with Harley with grade 1, and it's just like, no.
No. We tried it during the pandemic and it was murder.
There's a reason why teachers get paid as much as they do. I do not have the patience for that, for 3, let alone 30.
Diva with a 279 super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's put them to work. Matt says harvesting memes.
Oh, they will be.
Yeah, no, it's
they will be put to work.
It's sad that kids are being weaponized to push politics for unions.
But the biggest concern I have is that they are losing out. They are not going to be able to catch up if this goes on too long.
There is a reason you always wear a hat. No, I do shave my hair down.
Yeah.
But I'm not bald.
No,
I'm not ripping it out. It's no. I haven't ripped it out yet.
I'm sure I rip out more hair than you
CB
do.
saying you get $30 a kid under 12. You do.
Yeah.
You do, but it's not, there's not enough liquor to get that done. I can't. Nope. Not happening. Not happening.
No.
Also,
And I will be doing schoolwork with them. I don't want them to fall behind.
Well, but I like the social aspect for our kids to go and make friends and be around other kids.
Yeah, it's more than just learning it, but I don't know. I think our house is going to be full of kids.
Carnage. The $2 super chat. Still a lot of fat Stalin's commissaires in the UCP.
Yeah,
absolutely there are. We got to get rid of them all. Azrael gifting 5 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Very generous of you.
Thank you.
Let's do some Q&A. I'll get to like 1 or 2 questions and then we'll do a giveaway, I guess. We'll get a giveaway going on, but here. Private schools will still be open. Yeah, if you can tell me where I can pay for that, be my guest. I would definitely have to be a grifter on YouTube if I was going to pay for private schools for 3 kids.
I don't think they'd last either.
Nay. My apologies to anybody whose questions I don't get to. We try to get to as many as we can. I'll try and pick one out when we see it in the chat here. If I don't get to your question, again, my apologies.
That's that question mark.
Mark Carney's in D.C. next week. What does he give up? Well, so we talked about that on today's video when I showed that he's going to be in Washington to talk about tariffs again. Look, do you guys remember when Zelensky went to the White House the first time and J.D. Vance and Trump yelled at him and he basically was kicked out of the White House? That's pretty much the way I see this meeting with Mark Carney going, or else Mark's just going to sit there and shut up while Trump does the same thing he did the first time he met with Carney. Are you going to talk about tariffs? No. Why not? Because that's the way it is. The deal, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What Trump's going to do, hopefully, and I really hope so, because then those who voted for Mark Carney are really going to see what the hell they voted for. I hope Donald Trump comes out and he says, hey, Mark, you see these papers? Do you know what these papers are? This is USMCA. Okay, I got the papers here. I'm going to pull down my pants and I'm going to wipe my ass with USMCA. Now I'm going to rip it in half and I'm going to stick it in your mouth. And I hope he does that and tells Mark Carney to get the hell out of his office. Mark, you're fired. I hope he gets a taste of what people voted for him for.
Yeah.
I really hope he gets the book thrown at him. Because first off, it needs to get much worse for the government. We're already screwed.
Yeah.
So don't anybody think I'm saying this because I'm hoping that you'll get screwed over.
Absolutely.
We are already screwed.
Yeah, we know that.
I want him to get the boots stuck to him and then have to go home and try to his way out of that one. Second of all it's going to do is fuel more people saying Alberta independence. So I'm all for it. I think he's giving up his dignity alone just by going. Any that he had left.
Yeah.
What other questions do we have in here? I got the magician with the $2 super chat. I think I'll move to New Hampshire at this rate. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
I've heard. Julie saying Missouri USA. Missouri. Your wife is beautiful. You're a lucky man. I know. That's why I entered into the matrimonious bonds of marriage with her. She is amazing. Look at Pininer. $100 super chat. You should set up an alternative channel on another platform just in case you are deplatformed on YouTube. That way we can keep this great group of patriots together. The alternative would be dead until this channel is shut down, but we'd be their Fringe army. I'll get that going. Thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate that super chat. Let's see. Do we have any more Q&A? I'll get to one more Q&A and then we'll do our giveaway. How's that?
Nobody wants to ask you anything. Oh, there's one.
How's that? Did you know that there's a voice-activated transforming Grimlock? I did, and I wanted all of those. I think they're called Robosen.
The Optimus Prime one was really cool.
They're all really cool, but they're about $1,000 each, or more if they've been discontinued from HasLabs.
Imagine the online shopping I could do with that.
My Proton pack that's behind Mrs. Fringe, which I'll be sporting on Halloween
for the rest of your life.
That was a HasLab Kickstarter. Cheaper than buying a replica. But HasLabs are always expensive. And I could happily get rid of like an arcade machine or something and get like a one of these cool Transformers.
It would just sit on a shelf or a kid would break it.
I would never be able to I'd be like, don't touch it.
Don't even look at
Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. You guys want to see something cool while we're doing this? While we're talking about
Original
Transformers?
voice actors cool too. Oh,
I want to show you guys. I posted this for a timeline cleanse this week. People were asking about the arcade. Speaking, because I mentioned a new machine. I do have a new machine on its way. You guys remember Masters of the Universe? There's my Fright Zone. I got my Fright Zone in this week, sitting in my arcade. Absolutely awesome.
UCCB.
The re-release. Mrs. Fringe looks so good because she gets a great night's sleep on a great bed from Canada Mattress in Edmonton. Go get it. The Fright Zone came in this week. I had that pre-order. I actually forgot I pre-ordered that ages ago, but it was sitting there. But I did a timeline cleanse because a lot of people say, "Where's the arcade? I miss all the machines. I miss seeing your pinball machine behind you."
Such a nerd.
Such a nerd. But I had to clean out the basement.
Yeah.
For our friend that was moving in. I'll turn the sound off so you guys can hear because I had it loud in here. Of course, you got my big Dragon's Lair thing there. Here's my reissue Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sewer Layer playset up in its box. This is just a small office for now. Some of my arcade machines are actually in the basement still.
Like you still have so much in boxes.
But there's the Dragon's Lair that used to be down here. There's my pinball. And then mounted to the wall, all my Masters of the Universe in-box toys. All sitting there in their glory. Well, some of them, not all of them. I couldn't get them all up there. There, of course, is my multicade. Now, on the shelf are all my toys that are out of box that I found, all my Universal Monsters TMNT figures, my Ghostbusters, my Stay Puft Marshmallow Men, my Lego.
My Lego.
Your Lego, Ghostbusters Firehouse, and Lego Nintendo.
That comes with me in the divorce.
There's our fake silver play button that we got so the kids would be happy. We keep that in there. And down below, my Constructicons. My last one came in this week. I'll be building Devastator for the studio as soon as it gets here, folks. But as we go through, there's my good old payphone.
You should have the big one and the little one together.
Yep.
The one that Lucas sent.
Well, but it's in the box behind us.
Oh, right.
And it's staying in the box.
Okay.
Here's my payphone. People asking on Twitter when I posted, is it real? Yes. It is a real working payphone. And then more of my Masters of the Universe collection.
We could hook it up, essentially.
As well as my Dragon's Lair multicade, my driving machine. Now, a really cool thing. These are the 3/4 scale arcades. This driving machine, I've actually got on order a full scale driving machine that the PC that's in this machine is going to go into. It's going to look glorious. I'll be posting that as soon as it shows up. But that's the collection I've been building with my son for quite some time. My son is into Masters of the Universe.
Loves it.
So we made a deal when they re-released the figures. As long as we could afford it, we would collect the figures together. One stays in the box, one gets open to be played with. All the sets, all of that.
I mean, granted, the boys' opened ones are missing limbs.
They're missing limbs and stuff. But the other ones,
are swapped, but
mine stay in the box. Yeah. And when I'm gone, folks, when the Fringe is gone, my kids can decide to either open them and enjoy them with their kids, or maybe make a profit if they're worth anything. Who knows?
Yeah. The payphone does work, yes.
Ingrid Stewart, who do you think will be a good mayor for Calgary? We talked about that earlier.
Not
Sonia Sharp. She's got my endorsement.
Yes.
I think she's the only one.
She would be good.
Hey, Derek, FYI, you can put your modern in your office.
Modem.
Or your modem in your office.
That install guy was
just a lazy SOB. I know.
Thank you.
I know. I've got an electrician coming over this weekend to put outlets down here and stuff. So we'll see. I'll figure out what we can do. Let's get our giveaway going.
Yeah.
Let's get our giveaway going because we have what is this? Can't have a hobby? Is that
hobbies are awesome?
Am I misunderstanding that? Okay. Some people like that stuff. I guess it's not for everybody. That's okay. Yeah. I really don't care.
You didn't reach your 10,000 likes.
They don't like me very much. That's okay.
Who are the Fringers voting for in Spruce?
In Spruce Grove?
I haven't to really look into that. We should.
I was going to look into it over the weekend. I haven't had a chance to really look into it.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Spruce Grove to feel like I'm voting in a good position for anybody.
But it doesn't hurt to take a look, and
we'll start organizing soon. Let's get our giveaway going on. Round and round the wheel goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Julie Potter. Is Julie Potter in the stream? Where's Julie Potter? I hope she's still in here. Let's see her chime in. Julie.
Julie.
Where are you, Julie? Quick, before anybody else insults my hobbies. We'll give it a second. You'd think people would know with my background. Like, that I'm into toy collecting.
Well, I mean, look at your, yeah.
Where's Julie Potter? Is she in the stream still?
Oh, maybe she left.
Oh, I hope she didn't leave. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds because there is a delay. I'm going to give it
David Brewer. I could be Julie.
I could be Julie.
Well, the real Julie. Please stand up.
Julie Potter. Where is she? I know there's a delay on the chat, so I'm just waiting. Is she not in here?
Oh, maybe she left.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Emily, $10 super chat. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Fringe. Is there an update on the ostriches? I really don't know because I keep seeing things about them all over the place. I'll try and get a video out with an update. I'll try and get a video on with an update. Did Julie Potter chime in?
We'll have to do another one.
We'll have to get another. We'll have to.
Sorry, Julie.
We'll have to roll it again. Let's roll the wheel again, shall we?
My sister's name is Julie. Is that close enough?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's run that wheel again.
Do, 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 do.
Michelle Mybell, 66. Is Michelle Mybell 66 in the stream? Michelle Mybell, 66. Let's see if they're still around. Giggity, giggity. I see Noah. Where? Try to get it in the chat moves. Giggity, giggity. There she is. Michelle Mybell's in the stream. Congratulations, Michelle. You are our winner for tonight's giveaway. Mrs. Fringe, if you could kindly put in the email address. Michelle Mybell, head over to our shop. You'll see it below one of our videos on the shop button. Head over to the shop. Pick one item from the shop of choice that you want. It could be a t-shirt, hat, mug, whatever you like. One item of choice. Try and get a screenshot if you can. If not, send me an email with the screenshot or with a description to unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. There's the email address at the bottom of the screen, unacceptablefringeyt, as in YouTube, @gmail.com. Make sure I get that within 24 hours, and I will include, if you can't get a screenshot, make sure to include the name of the item, the design, and the size if it's a clothing item. Color as well. As it says on the web page as you're picking the item. Send me all of your shipping information, including a phone number. They like to have a phone number in case you're not home when they try to deliver. Send me all of that information via email, unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Within 24 hours, I will get your item shipped to you as soon as possible. So congratulations to Michelle Mybell. Glad to have you win that draw tonight. Willing to Fly became a new member of the Patriots Club. Thank you so much for joining the Patriots Club. You're in the draw for the end of the month.
Yeah.
So we'll happily include you in that draw at the end of the month. Thank you for that. I've got super chats we got to get to. Ken gave us a $5 super chat. No message. Thank you so much. Snow, $5 super chat. Maybe Trump will tell Clowney that Brookfield's assets are being seized for tax evasion. Wouldn't that be nice? Thank you so much. Carnage Carney, $5 super chat. You should put Tiffany on your Surviving Canada channel, shopping tips, etc.
Actually, my girlfriend and I had a kind of a good idea to read offensive children's books.
Including The Fringe.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do something on that channel. We'll see. But that's a good suggestion, Carnage. Thank
Love
you so
it.
much. Mr. Biggs, $5 super chat. Costco 149th has a Star Wars pinball machine in stock.
I know.
$7,000.
So it was no
$7,000, and I said nope. Here's part of the problem, and here's the thing. I've got a digital pinball machine. It runs hundreds of tables, classics as well as the ones that come out downloadable.
Technically, you have two because one's for sale.
One's for sale. The original digital that I bought is for sale. Real pinball machines are cool.
Yeah.
But the problem with all those moving parts and the ball smacking everything a while,
very expensive to upkeep.
The maintenance is very expensive. The upkeep is expensive, and trying to find parts after a while is such a mess. $7,000.
Costco, so there'd be amazing warranty on it.
$7,000. You're trying to convince me to buy it?
No, we don't have that much money.
Okay, because I was going to sell a child for a second there to get the money.
Hell no.
I can't. Even if I had $7,000, I couldn't justify it. Could not justify it. The Magician $2 super chat. Do you guys recommend Bow Valley Credit Union? You know, I don't know much about Bow Valley Credit Union. No. Credit unions in general are better to deal with than the big banks. And I'm sure as soon as I say it, people are going, boo! But I've been dealing with ATB, Alberta Treasury Branch, for the last, 20, 25 years?
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with them. I understand certain people have.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like them because of this, that, the other thing.
100%, and I get that. I've dealt with crappy banks too.
I have gripes with them too about their DEI and all that shit.
But when it comes to the big stuff, I've never had an issue with anything with that bank.
We got to a point where it's like, I can't keep moving banks and going all over the place.
Well,
so we just
got
stayed.
lucky with some wonderful people.
But don't really know a lot about them. Snow, no mankini for Derek this week. Remember, folks, bring your friends. We'll try again next week. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if we could do that, I would totally make him.
I'm a pinball wizard. You know what? I set a personal best on Theater of Magic this week on my digital. What was it? 2.6 billion in the scores. It was unbelievable. It was a 25-minute game. It was absolutely crazy. Starting to get good at that one.
To have 25 minutes to yourself, that's kind of amazing.
It was a nice 25-minute break. I don't get those too often. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming into the stream tonight. Michelle Maybell, congratulations again. Thank you to everybody who became a member tonight, who super chatted, supported the channel, who hung out in the streams, who left a thumbs up, who's still here as I'm rambling.
Yeah, I love it.
Stick around this weekend. I'll try to have some content out for you guys this weekend. Don't forget to check daily throughout the week. Again, usually 2 videos drop a day on the channel. YouTube sometimes pushes them down. Make sure to jump in at some point and check them out, folks. Always appreciate it. As YouTube's kind of pushing things downhill these days. It's getting a little nuts.
They don't like you.
They don't like me very much. That's okay. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather if you can, if it's nice where you are, before the snow gets, starts to threaten its way around.
Is it Thanksgiving weekend this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
I believe it's next weekend. Look after each other, folks. Look after your friends, your family. Keep your stick on the ice. From Mrs. Fringe and myself, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Take care.